We are speaking about the lead up now to the THA elections. And joining me this morning, it would be Zorisha A. Hackett, who is the PDP candidate for Plymouth, Golden Lane, Tobago. And we're having some audio issues with Ian Pollard, who is the candidate for Providence, Mason Hall, and Mariah. So we are hoping to be able to chat with Ian as well. But we definitely have Zorisha Hackett. So good morning and welcome to you.
Good morning, Trinidad and Tobago. Good morning to the electoral district of Plymouth, Golden Lane.
And let's see if Ian is there. Ian, can you hear me? All right. It seems that we wouldn't get sound from Ian. So Zorisha, we're gonna go with you now. Leading up to the elections, the candidate hopefuls, the candidates, they usually do their walk around and they get in touch with the people and such. What is it you are hearing from the people?
Well, the major issues are opportunities for youth in all three villages, the three villages that make up my electoral district. It's really three and a part of a village because the Woodlands area of Mariah is also encompassed in the electoral district of Plymouth Golden Lane. But the cry you're getting from everyone, opportunities for the youth. Too many young persons are sitting on the blocks all day. They may have come off from a URP or CPEP job in the morning, and then they're just there idling or loitering around on the blocks. So that need for opportunities for the youth or for the youth to become more involved in something meaningful is a definite cry. We also have general unemployment issues. We have issues with land titles, property slippage due to erosion, and that need for retaining walls. We have the cry of the fishermen for an upgrade of their facilities. We definitely have issues that persons believe we should be doing more farming, so livestock and crops. And we have general challenges of the need for better representation, for that area representatives to remain on the ground, to return to the ground and remain on the ground and work hand in hand with the individuals who have placed them in that position.
Now let's tackle those issues one by one. So first up, you're saying that there is a lack of youth employment and engagement in society. Many of them, if they don't have URP and such work, they would be idle and not being able to.
And
do
even
anything.
when they do, they don't utilize the remaining hours of the day positively. That's what I mean.
So the question is, how are you going to remedy that? And what do you think is the cause of that issue itself? Would it be education?
It's not education per se, but it's targeted education. It's niche education. It's education tailored to the actual needs of most of these individuals. And so we have most of these blocks being made up of obviously young men. And when you look at, the home or the background of these young men, they're coming from broken homes. They're coming from broken homes where there are economic deficiencies. And these young men are just looking for the easy way of making that dollar to even take back to these homes to provide, trying to become the breadwinners prematurely in the homes where there is that economic deficiency, as I said. And so I believe that the education, that formal education, that 8 to 3 p.m. education is not enough. I believe that we need to reintroduce skills training and that trade school concept because, we used to have it. And before that SCA component where we had universal secondary education for all, there was this division in the way we educated our young persons on the island. You didn't make it along the academic route towards the secondary school, so you went off to the trade schools. And, yes, you need to be literate and you need to have those numeracy skills, but I believe society has placed too much focus on that academic background, and we need to understand that not everyone is that academically inclined. And I would know, I've been an educator for the last 18 years, I've been teaching since my 19th birthday. And so you cannot reach everyone in a classroom where you have different learning skills and learning styles. People learn differently. The classroom is not tailored to meet those individual needs, no matter how ambitious a teacher is. And so we need to go back to those skills training. We need to give young persons that the opportunity to learn life skills, to manage money, to be pushed towards that notion of entrepreneurship and becoming self-sufficient. So they got to understand the value of money and how to understand profit and loss and business management. So I believe the entire mindset needs to change. The entire curriculum needs to target that avenue of becoming a life learner, of becoming more prepared to understand how to manage life. And so with that skills training and going back to that trade school model, coupled with a bigger focus on sport, because we all know the benefits of sport, and my district both.
Zorisha, I can see that you have a lot of passion, you yourself being an educator, but I do want to bring Ian into the conversation as well. I do believe we have his audio now. So, so thank you for that, and we'll get back to it in a little bit.
No problem.
But Ian, tell us what are the pressing issues with the residents of your electoral district?
Well, some of the pressing issues with my residents in my electoral district is, as Zorisha was saying, unemployment. And when I say unemployment, meaningful employment, because you have a lot of young persons that are interested in getting into farming, getting into other types of businesses, forming companies to do construction. But what they need is a hand up. They're not looking for handouts. So I, as the candidate for the Progressive Democratic Patriots, have gotten 23 acres of land donated or given to me by families, so that these young people who are interested in farming could access these lands to do their farming, because they are very much interested in greenhouses, they're interested in aquaculture, they're interested in hydroponics. So we're going to have a meeting on Thursday with other persons from the Agricultural Development Bank, the Agricultural Society president, the forestry workers, so that we could at least guide them into the direction that they want to go. So they are very passionate about farming. So as the candidate, and not even just the representative as yet, but I'm trying to help my people elevate themselves for financial and economic empowerment.
All right, and unfortunately, that's all the time we have this morning. We do have to stick a pin in it here, but I want to thank you both so much for joining us this morning. I wish you the best on Monday for the THA elections, and let's see what the people say when it comes to them going to cast their votes.